My name is Megan Nilsson, aka Crypto Megan, and today we have a really fun special episode for you guys. POG, the thing that we all knew and loved growing up as kids, or at least my generation did. In the US, we played with them as kids, and now I'm 38 years old, so I am now in the crypto world, and they are bringing back so much nostalgia. I'm going to show you on the show just what this is all about, but right now, I'm going to bring up the co-founder and CEO of POG to have an action-packed discussion on what exactly is happening with POG going digital and what's in store for the bright future ahead. So without further ado, I'd love to welcome Kyler Frisbee to the show. Kyler, how's it going?
Good, Megan. Excited to be here. Had a lot of fun running around the world with you, and so
Yeah.
every time we get together, I have a blast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have done quite a bit this past year, and that's just laying the foundation for everything that's to come. I know you've made it around the world, even to iGaming events where they were interested in the brand that is POG because of the nostalgia it brings, because of how many collectors there are worldwide. I mean, it's just incredible to see that it's gone digital, and I think that a lot of people have yet to discover this amazing gem in the Web3 world. So yeah, I can't wait to take them through it with you. You're one of the most brilliant, dedicated founders that I've met. And for me, it's not just the product, which is phenomenal in POG's case, it's the people behind it. And I couldn't stress that more enough about you. So I'd love for you to just give a brief intro about your background and just let us know what POG is all about.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be working at a bank in 2012 and found Bitcoin through a guy who was like 19, and he graduated with his bachelor's in computational neuroscience when he get his doctorate at UW, and just got super interested in what Bitcoin could do as far as like Western Union payments and distributed ledgers and private transactions. And so ended up transitioning into tech and got to work at some really great companies, helped build a bunch of startups, and then ended up at Google and got to run a couple teams at Unity building blockchain research, and also got to build one of the first machine learning teams at Unity with the now head of AI at Google, and then moved on to Rivian. In between, also helped build like an AR company for heavy manufacturing, but then wanted to get back into crypto in 2021 and reached out to POG because it was the absolute perfect platform for collectibles based gaming on the internet. And a few weeks later, we had a company together. We have a phenomenal team, like you mentioned, and the POG owners were, I think, blown away by what we could bring to the table, and it's just been a phenomenal ride. A lot of ups and downs, but we're in the beginning of some, I think, mega success, which we're excited about.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen like you catapult from the beginning to when we first met to where you've made it to now. And you're just so dedicated as founders. I mean, you're jumping on AMAs all the time. You're always there for the community. And it's really cool to see that this nostalgic thing that we all played with as a kid is now making its way to the digital world, bridging that, gap between the people that have collected them physically that can now play with them online. And I just want to stress your background. Like I heard Google, Rivian, all of these insane things. And yet here you are with POG because it just compelled you so much, the use case and what was possible and kind of that joy that technology is supposed to bring, right? Is that the reason why you chose to go all in on POG?
Yeah, absolutely. Back at Unity, we ran into some real bottlenecks as far as like what was possible, creating like a universal economy of assets that the players actually owned and the game developers would build and support. And so you would have this plethora of experiences that you could use with the assets you already had. And so the POG brand is just a phenomenal, as you can see, like behind me, we've got Barbie POGs and Star Wars POGs, Marvel and Spawn, and all these different collaborations in the physical world with over 200 million physical collectors. And so to transition into the digital realm, it is just solved so many problems of both like brand recognition, I guess security and authenticity, and then also that desire of a collectible or of an asset, even beyond the game that it's found in. That was the number one issue that we ran into, was like, if you build a game and you're playing the game and say World of Warcraft, you get a sword or something, the only people that want that asset are other people who play that game. And that is not the case in POG, where we have a universal, we have collectors in over 45 different countries countries, and just a huge population that are now moving to the Web3 space. And it is the perfect platform for everything that is blockchain, as far as like how it can enhance the experience for traders and collectors and gamers. And it couldn't have been a better fit for everything that we wanted to do.
Oh yeah, it's super fun. I mean, I love you even have like the physical pogs tied to some of your NFTs, and people have received physical pogs. In fact, I have a pack here that I was showing you earlier that maybe I'll open in a little bit and we'll see what's inside. But it just you have so much fun, you know? It's like apart from it having this insane potential, it's just so much fun. And we were going around the conferences and I know everybody wanted to play and it brought them back to their childhood. So that was like the first thing that I saw that like, wow, there's really something here. And then I met the community and that was a whole nother level. So before we get into it, just in case we have some newbies here who aren't familiar with POG or don't remember what POG are, should we refresh their memory?
Definitely.
So I will just actually open this now, which is super cool, and show you. You've got, maybe I'll have to put these in the post edit, but we've got the slammer here. We've got all kinds of different pogs. I don't know if you guys can see those okay, but we might have to put those in the post edit and just show you exactly what these were. But the game that we played as kids, where you slammed the slammer down and you tried to win as many pogs as you possibly could, right?
Exactly. And so now the digital element mixed with the physical element, there's a huge number of collectors that are excited about the physicals that we brought, and we're transitioning all of those folks into the digital space so that they can collect and have a much deeper experience than what you can just get physically, and a much more global experience where it's not just your playground. And then like here's a POG that we did with Coca-Cola. This is a Coca-Cola Slammer from the 90s. And it's super fun because like I can open my phone, I can tap it to my phone, and it'll bring up the actual NFT that it is attached to. So just a super fun situation where like you can redeem physical items, you can redeem digital items with physical items. It's definitely an interdimensional, physical to digital experience. Then we've actually brought back like 24 karat gold plated slammers for the adult collector. We've got solid gold slammers. We've got solid silver slammers. So it's definitely a fun collectible experience now.
Right. No, it's amazing. And you actually have some pretty astounding stats. I know you did a closed beta tournament. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I feel like, this is like bubbling under the surface about to erupt. And I want people to know what's happening with the people who are in the know here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a tournament about a year and a half ago, right when we created our beta. We had 12 different communities participate, from the VFriends to the DeGODs, CryptoPunks, Neo Tokyo, and a number of others. And we had 1,200 people qualify for that event, and we had 4.7 million POGs flipped in 5 days, 250,000 games of POG played, and the value of those assets, it was about $1.2 billion worth of assets played with inside of those 5 days. So the demand is definitely there. The joy of playing the games again, the collectability of these digital assets is there. 200 million collectors in the physical world. We've got about 520,000 followers on the Solana side, where they're waiting for drops. They're getting ready for collections. We've got about 25,000 collectors in the ecosystem currently. And we've just opened up our coin that will be the utility for all of our arcade, from buying limited edition merchandise that you can't get anywhere else. This collaboration that we did with Adidas, obviously.
I'm loving that. Loving that jacket, the POG pink.
Yeah.
I put the POG pink on. I need to get some merch though.
I love it. Yeah. We've got necklaces. We've got skateboards signed by bronze Olympian Nigel Houston in skateboarding. There's a lot of different, assets that are going to be available through PogCoin, and then you use it to play games and all these different things. So the ecosystem is extremely robust, with Hollywood operations and a number of other things that we're excited to announce.
Wow, so cool. Okay,
but we've got our tournament, our next tournament coming up, and we've got about 13,000 people pre-registered for that tournament that will start here in December, I think.
1,000. And so how many games are they when they go in and play these? Like what is the style here?
So you go in and you either have your own pogs or you bring your coins, and every pog that you flip counts as points to the leaderboard. Not only are you winning assets and increasing your stack, or if you lose, you're losing part of your stack, but you're also gaining points every time you flip something. So that will go towards the airdrop for season 2. And for this tournament, we already have the airdrop for season 1 coming out, and that will actually be dropped on Base. We're excited to announce, and so we'll be working with Base to get everybody set up. But we've got about, like I said, 13,000 participants for this next tournament that will start season 2, and people can flip pogs, and we actually have a social questing platform where you can go out and engage on social media with us and earn points that way. And then we have loot packs that you can win all of the things that I'm talking about, from digital items to physical items. We've got clone X's and DeGODs and Kid Called Beast and all these different NFTs that you can pick up for free, along with different POG digital items inside these packs, and they're free to rip. So it's definitely an exciting experience.
Where does everybody watching go to do that?
hub.pogdigital.com. You just create 2 accounts. You create your hub.pogdigital.com account, and you create your launchpad.pogdigital.com account, and you use both of those to log into the hub, and then you're free to engage and rip and daily claims and all these different things. And you can pick up POG collectibles across 6 different blockchains, from Solana to Ethereum, Theta, pogchain, Polygon. And we're the first brand to drop an ordinal at 126,000 inscription. And so any of these assets that you have across any of those blockchains give you daily rewards as well.
Oh, that's the alpha. I mean, you guys are doing so much for your community. That's also another thing that I love about POG, is just continually adding value to the community however you can. And, bridging to Base is opening up a whole new user base as well. The more chains you can operate on, the more audience you can get, and the more exposure you can get. So I feel personally, I do own POG, so I'm probably biased, but I believe that POG is just at the very beginning of its days. I mean, no doubt. This to me has all of the factors. And now that we've come to this point, I got to mention, because I know everybody on the internet is talking about it, whether you agree with them or not, Murad, the meme king, has garnered a lot of attention. And one of the things that he talks about is cults, cult-like followings, and how people, they come together because they feel like they have a greater meaning. In fact, I'm going to read just a few things about what he says, because then I want to make my comment about the POG community. I got some juice there. So he believes the best meme coins have more functions than almost all altcoins, and they provide fun, reduce loneliness, and identity recognition, achieving the goals that DAOs are supposed to achieve. So they bring resonance, emotional connection, a sense of mission and meaning, entertainment and happiness, and even promoting charity, story, and creation. So I mean, all of those factors is what POG brings, and so much more, because you've got this nostalgia, you've got this joy, you've got this community that feels so interconnected, and yet it's also a gaming token. It's also a way for you to interact in, multidimensional spaces. It's also a way for brands to do branding. I mean, this is just so multifaceted. It goes so far beyond a meme coin or a gaming coin, in my opinion. So also, the last thing I'll say about that is we've done quite a bit this past year, and we did the supercar run together, Cannon Run in Europe, and some of the poggers traveled all the way from the US to join this supercar run all throughout Europe. I mean, I don't know any other community that would do something like that.
That was one of the coolest experiences ever. Yeah, thank you for setting that, helping us get that put together. And we had 55 supercars going from London to Monaco over 4 days, and spent a couple days right at the Fairmont Hotel on the most famous hairpin of all F1. It was 2 weeks after the F1 had just wrapped up, and there's still the scaffolding and everything up there. And it was really cool to see. And then it was Supercar Week also. So it was just one of the most unique experiences we've ever had. The team there is absolutely first class. It was such a good experience, and has actually helped us to meet a lot of folks across F1, across supercars, and it's just been a lot of good, a great experience all around for our community. But yeah, you're right. Like I think 10 of them flew out from the U.S. just to follow the caravan all across Europe, and one guy from like Los Angeles, South Central, who's never really been outside of the country, I don't think, and he came, and it was just a phenomenal experience. And people from Canada and all over England joined us. It was pretty remarkable. Absolutely phenomenal experience. All of the 55 supercars had the POG logo on them as they went through all these countries and into Monaco.
And not to mention the POG McLaren. I mean, entirely wrapped, traveling all the way around Europe. I mean, it was the coolest thing I've seen. And just the fact that, like you said, he traveled from South Central, that he's never been out of the country almost. And he's coming here for this sense of like, POG is his family, essentially, right? And he's just having this fun experiences. And I met them all, and they're so amazing. They're such amazing people. So I challenge anybody watching this to let me know a community down below that has done something like that, because there aren't many, let me tell you. So you've truly like fostered something very special, is what I want to say by that. So it's very apparent in everything that you do, how dedicated you are, and the community loves it, right?
Just scratching the surface is what we're rolling out. We've got a number of other things in Hollywood and so forth, but that experience was just top notch. Exactly what we want to continue to do. Eventually have our own POG run in the US, and who knows when that'll happen, but I think it'll be on the books.
Yeah, I mean, you're already innovating. You're a trailblazer at the very least. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're the first brand to do a crypto supercar run. So you guys are blazing the trail. I love it. Absolutely love it. You're building every single day. What is coming up that, you can tease as far as announcements, or any more about bridging to base, or anything that, the POG community can look forward to coming up here?
Yeah, there's so much. Season 2 opens. The game is finally about to be released. We've got a collection with the Care Bears dropping in February. We've got this film with Steven Soderbergh, the creator of Ocean's 11. It's called Cold Wallet. You can see the trailer at explore.pogdigital.com. That has the POG platform as the kind of hero of the story. The whole story is that a founder of an exchange, he fakes his own death, rugs for $260 million based on a true story, and the Reddit community goes and finds him, and their attempt is to airdrop all of the funds back to the victims. And so the platform that they are using is the POG platform, and we will actually have an airdrop as well for the viewers of that who go to see it in theaters. And we're taking care of the folks who saw it. Yeah. So that'll release in theaters sometime over the next couple months, it seems like. And then we've got the world's largest actor, in Hollywood, who's creating a TV show, and the creator of one of the most successful anime franchises of all time, creating an anime feature film as well for POG. So we'll use all of that to kind of roll out the physicals back into stores and into retail. We've got our physical box, the first one we've done since the one you see behind me with Marvel. We've done a box with, a number of folks, and actually the pack that you just ripped open has a number of NFTs in them. All of those pieces are actually based on NFTs that are on the blockchain. You can scan the back of them, and it will link you to the NFT that it was made from. They're just physical replicas, but there's only about there's only about 500 of each of them. So that's an OK Bears collaboration we did on Solana. Somebody actually owns that NFT, and if you scan it, it'll take you right into their wallet. And so I think we've made a very, very fun experience from the physical to the digital, and so all of these different pieces are coming into play. But the base transition, we've got pogchain, we've got our coin on Theta, and the community at Theta has just been phenomenal. There's only about 20,000 active wallets daily on Theta currently, though, and I'm sure that's increasing as the bull run comes back. There's so many people who are familiar with Theta. That being said, though, base has about 1.8 to 2 million daily active wallets, and that's increasing, especially now that Phantom supports Base. So the opportunity for us not only to support more people, bring them into the ecosystem and not make them bridge, but folks who come straight into the Coinbase app, they're able to then, through Coinbase Wallet, pick up PogCoin, send it right to their custodial wallet into the game, and start playing and picking up things, and a full experience. And so what Murad may be missing is that speculation is the only thing really driving these coins. And once the speculation aspect of these coins is gone, all you see most of them fall to the floor. For every Pepe or Bonk, there's another 10 million that never survived and that were short-lived and that were, pumped by these same people who continue to pump coins on their community, only for it to fail. And their hit rate on a lasting legacy coin is not very good, though they're there and they make their money, but on the back of who, right? They're taking the liquidity from somebody. And typically it's the people who trust them the most to give them ideas and to help them navigate the space. And so what's different here is you could speculate if you wanted to, but you're speculating next to the person who's actually buying this coin so that they can use it in an ecosystem that has 200 million collectors in the physical world and are clamoring. They're driving very hard to get to the digital space. The partnerships that we're exploring, that we're about to release with some of the brands like Inspector Gadget and Peanuts and Marvel, bringing them, we brought Coca-Cola to the blockchain, and the Care Bears, like I mentioned, and a number of others with Universal and NBC are very, very exciting. So we are the platform, the most easy and seamless platform for brands to jump into Web3. And it's really great because we've already made collectibles with them over the last 30, 35 years. And so the trust is there. The understanding of like a digital POG makes a lot more sense than a fungible token to a lot of these vice presidents and CEOs of these major brands. And so a lot of these guys are younger, though. Murad and Frank are probably not in the demographic of the traditional POGger, 30 to 45-year-old. So it's not their fault that they're missing it, but it's just, I think it is something we've made, the world's first nostalgia coin, but it is for the folks who remember it. And that's a very unique thing on the blockchain.
Oh my God. I mean, and that right there is why you are one of my favorite founders in this space, because you keep it real. You're a visionary. You understand, what it takes to create something to stand the test of time. And you're working with legacy brands. This isn't about pure speculation. And like you said so many things that I resonate with so much, because I also choose that path, right? I want to find the real communities, the real value, the real meaning, and have something that you can build upon and grow together in. So I couldn't have said it better. And I honestly feel like people are going to have to stop this and pause it and rewind like 5 times to go through all the alpha that you just dropped. Because I heard that there were 20,000 daily active users on Theta, 1.8 million on Base. Is that what you said?
Those were the numbers that our research confirmed.
Yeah, that's astounding.
Could have changed over the last 2-3 weeks.
If you're wondering if you're early to POG, or if POG is, I can't even express how I feel about the future for this and the possibilities, because I've witnessed the network effect for other projects who have bridged to Base and been compatible on chains like that, and it's astounding. And especially for our demographic that does use a lot, their primary use is Coinbase, and they get introduced to Base. That is the meta really of this next cycle. And it's a way to get people in and to even understand a little more about blockchain in the process.
Yeah, we're really, really, really excited. I think the last thing I'd touch on is just the NFTs. The NFT space is a really unique place where, traditionally the only value that you find from your NFT collection is when it goes up in price. We look at the doodles, and that collaboration with McDonald's pumped the price 2x over, 2 weeks. And it gave a very solid exit for a lot of the folks who were looking for that pump. And now it's dropped significantly back down, which is unfortunate, but it is kind of the way that it's going. And I think in our experience, we have real collectors who are here to gain value through holding the collection, which is unique. And though all of our collectibles are above the mint price, that's not necessarily the only benefit that our community sees. So I think POG is a very, very unique circumstance in both the NFT and the coin space.
Oh, absolutely. A nostalgic brand that's been around for decades, and I believe decades to come now in the digital space. I'm super excited for what you guys are building, and I just cannot wait for all this to come out and to see where we're at a year from now even. I'm excited to go and open those free packs that you talked about. So much value in itself. It's just so much fun. It's exciting, let's see.
Thousands of dollars have been Found already. Yeah, I mean, we put hundreds of $1,000s in the packs in assets and coins. You can win Dogecoin, you can win Shiba Inu, ETH, Pepe, Bonk. You can win. We've given out cyber frogs and a number of different like NFTs on Solana, and it's just more exciting than ever for people who are playing the game. And in every pack, there's points to push you up the leaderboard. So you're getting something in every pack, and it's made a really good experience. We've sold more POGs on the secondary in the last like 3 months than I think we did in all of last year almost, because there's so much value now tied to every collectible in the ecosystem.
Wow. And that's huge because, NFTs aren't really moving much right now. It's not a sector that's really caught a lot of attention at this point in the cycle, and yet you guys are seeing more activity than ever. So that also speaks volumes in itself. So yeah, wow, super exciting, Kyler. Man, I'm pumped. I'm super excited. We also have a video coming out that we did yesterday that we touch on POG a little bit. And I just can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on here with us today. And I hope to do an AMA with you soon on POG Twitter X, because I know you guys hang out there a lot, and that's a lot of fun. So everybody listening, tune into those spaces. And I can't wait to catch up with you again soon.
Same. They're excited to have you back on the show. Every day we do those Monday through Friday, and we have unique packs that we made for them. And so every day you'll get 10 free packs that you can rip and win all of that cryptocurrency that we mentioned. $25 batches of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. So and anybody who shows up for a project, we put it in. Yeah.
Wow. So you hang out, have fun. Maybe win some money, maybe just win some collectibles. That's so cool. You guys are doing it right. Absolutely love it. So thanks again, Kyler, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds great, Megan. Thanks for having us.